What's up, chat? Welcome to 2025, and first video today we are talking about Shaman in the upcoming season 2. My perspective on how things are gonna change, and what builds I think are going to be better than what they are currently. Now keep in mind, this is an early preview slash opinion, so these things will likely change in the upcoming months slash weeks, but it's always sweet to analyze and give feedback early on so you guys can make your own decision whether or not you like it, and if you don't, we give feedback and hopefully they will change it. Anyway, today I'm covering talent, builds, and pretty much things that I believe are important right now. After that, we're gonna see how you guys like the video. Anyway, let's begin. First thing first, the most important thing, tier set. I've already made a video about it. I'll mention it again quickly. You're getting a new tier set. The old tier set, unfortunately, is going to be done. The current tier set gives you free elementals when casting any spells, and also as soon as you cast your ascendance, you get a free jackpot, which again summons your storm elemental. Now during that storm elemental, or like once you summon it, for these 8 seconds, you have your lightning bolt, chain lightning, tempest, and lava burst does 8 seconds, a 20% increased damage for 8 seconds. Now this whole tier set made me spark some conversation with me today in the chat, and also trying out stuff, and this is something that I have cooked up and felt the best out of everything that I've tried so far. Now keep in mind, I've tried only 4 combination of talents, and neither of them was with Farseer, and I'll explain why. Now the reason why I don't play P-Wave anymore and LMT is because they've already changed P-Wave. Now if you guys are not aware, back last season, or I guess this season 1, P-Wave was triggerable at the beginning. It was kind of like a flame shock, and as soon as you cast lava surge, based on how many flame shocks you have, you're gonna get lava surge on targets plus the haze value from splintered elements. Now that is not the case anymore. Why is that? So you can only cast Primordial Wave if you already have flame shocks on a target, which means if you want to use this effectively, preferably you cast P-Wave after you casted your LMT or Ascendance to get the haste back. Unfortunately, Primordial Wave does not shoot lava surges anymore once it procs, which is pretty bad. The damage itself is also really bad. Now, if they were to buff the damage, maybe I would consider playing it again. But for the sake of right now, I just don't think the damage really is that big to consider it. Hence why I have removed LMT as well, splintered elements, and P-Wave. Now, instead of this, I've went with a completely different build. Now, as you can see here, I'm playing with Elemental Unity, Echo of the Elementals, Primal Elementalist, Fury of the Storms, and also I'm playing with a Charge Conduit. Now let me explain why. Because the whole tier set is based on your elemental. As you can see, as soon as you have your jackpot, which again, jackpot is your storm elemental being summoned for 8 seconds, you get yourself more damage on your Tempest, Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, and Lava Burst, right? So in that kind of thing in mind, I'm thinking about, okay, so if my elemental, or if I can get orphan elementals up, that means I would really benefit from not only them doing more damage, but also me doing more damage. Because again, Elemental Unity, it gives you more damage based on how long the elemental stays. And the elemental that you summon from the tier set can also be extended from the Everlasting Element talent, can also be influenced by the Echo of the Elementals, which means as soon as that shit expires from your tier set, you get another elemental. And keep in mind, Primal Elementalist makes them bigger, so which means they can cast Eye of the Storm. Now, I am not 100% certain whether or not the elementals that spawn from the tier set does cast Eye of the Storm. I've tested it today a few times and it appears they do. However, this might be a bug. Now, I'm saying this could be a bug because currently Ascendance doesn't work on the targets, which leads me to believe they're not finished with changing stuff around. I will show you right now if you guys don't believe me, but going to the target and pressing Ascendance, it doesn't work. Like, nothing happens. The same thing with DRE. DRE currently is being... it's just not playable. It just doesn't proc. That's why I believe for the upcoming days and you know, weeks, hopefully they will change it so we can get back to you know, playing around that. But that's why I was unable to test today on stream, because if DRE doesn't work and Ascendant doesn't work, then why the fuck, you know, would I test stuff? Now, I sincerely believe that you're going to be playing Aftershock most likely because of how deity procs right now. Now, if you do the math with me, hold on, I'll show you right now. Let's just say we're going to go here. We're going to open the calculator and do some maths together. I did it on stream, but look at this, man. So the deity right now is changed. You're getting a 0.12% chance per Maelstrom spend to cast your Ascendance. Now, if you do the math, one Elemental Blast is 90 Maelstrom. So you're multiplying 90 by 0.12 and you have pretty much 11% chance to get Ascendance as soon as you cast your Elemental Blast. Which is really huge, considering that it was 7% in the previous season, aka season 1 was 7%, right? Now, if you're playing Earthshock, which is 60 Maelstrom, so 60 multiplied by 0.12, it's kind of the same deal, 7.2, like 0.2% higher chance to cast Ascendance or DRE as soon as you cast Earthquake or Earthshock, which indirectly means that if this stays the same, you're probably going to see more Elemental Blast playability than Earthshock, not because it also does more damage in AoE and single target, but it also has a higher chance to proc Ascendance. Obviously, Earthshock costs less, which means you can cast 2 Earthshocks, which means you can have a high, kind of the same chance of casting Elemental Ascendance, but this makes it just easier, you know? That's why I was talking today on stream that Ele Blast right now might be the permanent solution for pretty much all content, rating and Mythic Plus. Again, early thoughts, things could change, guys, so don't take everything that I say into account. Now, next question. Why would you play 2-minute Ascendance? Well, fairly easy. If Priest persists to be good, then obviously Ascendance being short can sync with PI. Now, if Priest is bad, let's just say, I don't know if it's bad, I'm just saying if it's bad, the tier set gives you another incentive of why you should keep playing 2 minutes, because as you can read the 2 set, every time you cast Ascendance. Now, I don't know if the tier set will proc from the DRE on top of the Ascendance. It doesn't say that the DRE, but it could also be the case. I don't know. It doesn't work right now, so I wish I could test it. But if that's not the case, every time you cast Ascendance, you're gonna get a jackpot. You know, you guaranteed to have a jackpot, which means 2-minute Ascendance will have higher value than 3 minutes based on the tier set alone. That's another incentive why I want to keep it around. So that's pretty much my cook so far, and this appears to be really good. Like, I was sustaining 8 million on the dummies upstairs without having to cast Ascendance or like DRE, which means it's insane. Like, also my uptime, like my overall damage from like elementals, I mean, if you calculate right now, altogether it's like around 15 to 20% of my damage comes from the Ascendance. From the elementals, and that doesn't count the elemental unity. You know, so those elementals are really doing so much damage. So yeah, I would really love to see the if you guys want to obviously try out PTR yourself, I would love to see your opinion on what you guys think about this. But this build so far is cracking like fucking Mythic Plus so far. There's only one dungeon available so far to test. It's the Operation Fluid Gate, the new dungeon. As soon as the elemental gets to be fixed, I will upload video on how I played myself. But this appears to be really strong for Mythic Plus. Now, there's a final cook I would like to mention that's kind of a wild take, but like, because Farseer gives you much shorter elementals, like maybe like a minute 45, minute 50 seconds elemental instead of 2.5 minutes. Could Farseer become the better cook right now because you're playing around your elementals all the time? Now, I don't know that because Stormbringer seems higher than Farseer, at least in season 1. But could this change make you play Farseer instead? I'm honestly surprised if that would be the case. I would be looking forward to give it a try myself and see what's up as soon as they fix the DRE and Ascendance. Now, because Call of the Ancestors was only triggering with Primordial Wave, I don't know if they're gonna find a solution for that. Because currently the way P-Wave is working is pretty bad. At least I don't like it myself. It is most definitely cringe to play around. Anyway, guys, I'm just thinking about anything else. I mean, yeah, I guess the only thing that I have to mention last is like secondary stats. And why do I think Mastery would still be the best stat is because it's very simple, right? If you read the tier set, right, it gives you 20% more damage on Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Tempest, and Lava Burst, right? So that means Mastery will have a higher roll here because you're gonna get increased Chain Lightning damage, which means your overloads will also do more damage, right? And especially your overloads make a really big part of your overall damage, right? So that's why having Mastery here would help you a lot, because your overloads can be again, Lightning Bolt, Tempest, you know, Chain Lightning. So this would be really high damage coming from that too. That's why I believe Mastery will likely still be the case with probably like Mastery Haste, Mastery Crit, something like a similar stats this season too. Okay, I haven't researched enough trinkets yet. I mean, I've tested a few, but I don't know the, you know, the specifics if, you know, X, Y, Z will be better. But as soon as I have more information, guys, I got you. One last thing before I go, bonus shit. They've changed how Lightning Bolt is casting. So if you have never seen the new animation of Lightning Bolt, let me show you here. Actually, I can show you on the dummy. Watch this. It's my Lightning Bolt. See that? Look at this. It's like Voldemort, you know, like Expelliarmus. Look at that. It's actually pretty cool, right? Look at this. Like a lightning bolts coming in. Like you can just move around and you cast like lightning bolts here and there. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this. Bam, bam. It's actually pretty cool, right? Okay. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you on stream. If any questions, let me know in the comments below. Peace out.